Ladies and gentlemen, today we thought we'd delve into the serious for a moment and try to find out whether or not there are any undeclared candidates that we haven't heard from. Sir, I'm not quite sure all the candidates have announced their intentions. Have you announced yours yet?
Ken?
Yeah.
This is Pat Paulsen, and I've said I'm not running anymore. I'm running a denial campaign.
Wait a minute, Pat. You say you're not running?
I'm holding one of my t-shirts here. It says, "Don't vote for Pat Paulsen." I've got it right here in my hand. I'll give you one when I get back there. I'm not running anymore. No, you tell you the truth. I've been out of touch in politics. I've been working on the pipeline, up in Alaska.
Uh-huh.
And I thought the other guys were still in. I thought it was Nixon Egg. I came back. I find out that they're all out. What happened? Was there some sort of a thing because they're not around? And I got this big button. I'm wearing it now. And I thought they'd be here. So I am surprised. I find out there's a guy that's president now. You correct me if I'm wrong. Who was never elected, right?
That's right.
And there's another guy running that grows peanuts in Georgia?
That's true. You don't hear much about things up in Alaska, do you?
Oh, we're pretty high cold and everything. But I'm so amazed to find that these are the candidates.
Well, the reason we called was because we found out that perhaps you would be running. But that's not true this time.
No, I know. It seems to me like it might be a good idea considering, what is the choice at the moment.
You've waged a very ineffective campaign in the past.
That's always been the case with me. Whether a campaign, whatever kind of campaign I've ever run has been totally ineffective, and I liked it that way.
Let me ask you this, Pat. Have you ever run from a president?
Run from a president? Oh, no, I have no. I go... Coolidge gave me a little trouble, but no. I've never... No, I'm not afraid of anybody.
This is actually a denial campaign, though.
Well, yeah, because everywhere I go, people are starting to form groups, and I didn't have to stop it, little groups forming. I've had to go in and stop them. It wouldn't be make too much sense for me to run this time. I don't have that. Well, I only got $40 left in the treasury.
I don't understand. Somebody tipped me off and said, you want to talk to one of the potential candidates, call this number, and you're just not interested.
Somebody wanted to... No, I'm not running. I can't say it hard. I'm not running. If anybody wants to send money or something, of course, they could do that.
But the T-shirts, the bumper stickers, the buttons have all been made up?
People could send all... They're made up right now, and they're out on the streets, in the gutter there.
Let's get serious for a moment.
Oh.
That's
You just tried.
This is Pat Paulsen on the line, and Pat, we're talking to you because you have an engagement in Lake Geneva coming up later this week.
Yes, I do. Back again. That's my third time.
I just want to say this.
People are not well there.
I've seen you too much already. You've been on the Tonight Show last night, and I'm sick of you.
Yes, me too. I'm sick of me. I'm getting away from me. Going back there and try that course that Jack Nicklaus designed that nobody can hit. I lost 20 balls back there in the lake last time I played that course.
In Lake Geneva?
Well, no, it's just the course that he laid out there for the Playboy Club.
I think you might have something there.
Have you ever been... Because I'm not much of a golfer anyway. I'm more into weightlifting now. I got myself up to the point where the strongest part of me is now my hernia. But I walk around that course once in a while. I don't hit the balls. I throw them because I can't drive, so I just throw off the tee, and then from there on, I try to hit with the woods. And then tires and the spades.
This is going to be a long interview.
No, it's going to go on forever. What do you do? Are you playing music on your station?
Sure, occasionally.
You do?
Cards occasionally, too.
Yeah, is it sort of like middle-of-the-road music?
Yeah, M.O.R.
M.O.R.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, I'll be listening. I'm more into Lawrence Welk and Bonavani myself.
You look like the serious, studious type.
I do?
Sure.
I did? Since when?
Hey, let me find out something about you.
Okay.
Let me try that again. Let me find out something about you.
I'm sorry. You have some problems with your mouth there.
Yeah, well, that's the first qualification for a radio announcer, I think.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to find out was that I already know, but I wanted to tell everybody else in case they didn't realize this. You are a writer for Tony Orlando and Dawn, aren't you?
No, I'm not. Who told you that?
The same guy that told me you were running for president.
No, I'm not. My manager is. He writes for him. I don't. You think I'm going to write for Tony?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't use any of his stuff.
You're not putting me on at all, are you?
No.
Your manager's a writer.
He's the writer, yeah. Neil Rosen. We also own a theater up in Traverse City, Cherry County Playhouse. We run that together.
Okay.
And we book stars in during the year.
I read someplace about that, too.
I'm the producer, so if I want a part, I just sleep with myself. It works out real good. I've been doing, ever since we bought it last 2 years, I've slept with myself, and I got 2 roles so far. I just take me over and say, you want to get on the couch? Sure, okay. And what part do you want? Well, then I pick it out. Next year I'm doing God's Favorite, Neil Simon play, which I did in Dallas recently for 6 weeks.
Okay. Tell us again where this playhouse is.
It's in Traverse City, Michigan. It's 200 miles north of Detroit.
Okay, so where do you make your home then?
I make in the United States.
Uh-huh.
I live in the United States. Oh, you mean where? I'm in Northern California. I'm a grape grower up there.
But then you have to commute.
Well, I live there in the winter, and I live in Michigan in the summertime.
I see.
And run the theater, hopefully. I try to.
I saw an article in the magazine some time back with you and your pickup truck.
Yes, I was. Did I have my grapes in the back?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah. Yeah, I take them over to a little winery there, a local winery in Geyserville, and they crush it and they make grape jam out of it. No, they make wine.
Uh-huh.
I've learned a lot about wine since I've been growing grapes up there.
Like what? Can you tell us?
Drink it. For instance, you don't hold it at the top or at the bottom. You hold it right in the middle so the paper bag doesn't fall off.
Where did you grow up, Pat? Or have you grown up? I guess you haven't yet.
Yeah, as far as growing up. But I grew up in the state of Washington, North Cove, Washington, which is on the coast there.
So how did you get into the wine business and back into Michigan?
Oh, well, these are after the Smothers Brothers shows, and I wanted to live someplace nice, so I went up to Northern California and looked around, found some land with a house on it, and took my family, and we all live up there.
I am so confused. I was thinking you were growing grapes in Michigan, but you have the playhouse in Michigan.
No. Grapes you grow in Northern California, and cherries you grow in Michigan.
I know somebody that grows grapes in Illinois, you see.
Well, they probably grow, they grow a different variety. I mean, they don't grow a premium varietal there, probably.
They do make a wine. Yeah, they do make a wine in Illinois. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. That's why I got kind of confused. But talking to you is very easy to do.
I understand. Well, I was trying to be serious. I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Nobody ever knows when I'm talking the truth. And the truth, as Jimmy Carter says, he'll give you the tooth, the whole tooth, and nothing but the tooth.
That's right.
That line, though. That was out.
What are you doing these days when you're...
A tooth for a tooth for a tooth.
What are you doing these days when you're not growing grapes and not at the Playhouse and not at Lake Geneva?
I'm doing plays here and there and working clubs like the Playboy, and I do little folk clubs, too. I like to work them. I work the Ice House in Pasadena and the Ravens Gallery in Detroit, and I do college concerts. Currently in a lecture series called The History of Comedy.
I see.
Which I just did a week of colleges last week.
Now, see, we have 2 colleges in town.
Well, why haven't they booked me?
Boy, I don't know, but you ought to send some literature to the people there.
Oh, is that how you do it?
Illinois State University and Illinois Wesleyan University. Right in the same town on the same street.
Well, that's too bad they haven't asked me, because my lectures have been very successful in colleges. And I like to do them, too, because I like working for the young. They laugh a little easier. Their minds aren't cluttered up with mortgages and stuff.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
How did you get started writing comedy?
Oh, quite by accident. To tell you the truth, I didn't start as a writer. My dad was a writer. They used to call him the Sage of North Cove. You believe that?
No.
The truth. And I guess it was always in the background there. And then when I went to college, I got involved in the productions, the drama productions.
Mm-hmm.
Did such things as Mannequin's Dinner and Twelfth Night, Vagabond King, and things like that. From there, I went into Little Theater. From there, into nightclubs. Ho-hum. And from nightclubs into the Smothers Brothers show, and here we are.
Since you wrote for the Smothers Brothers, do you know McLean Stevenson pretty well?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
You see, he's a fellow from Bloomington.
Is he really?
You probably knew that already, though, didn't you?
Well, I wasn't. I knew it was somewhere in the middle. I wasn't sure it was Bloomington.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I know Steve McLean. And he's going to get it all together one of these days.
I don't know whether you're talking serious or whether you're talking funny.
No, McLean worked on the Smothers show for a little bit. And wrote something, and he went off to Doris Day, And I think from there he's gone clear up to the, and now is falling to pieces.
Hey, Pat.
That's right.
When was it that your show was on? The Pat Paulsen?
How many? I'm surprised nobody ever remembers I had one. I'm trying to keep it quiet so I can get back on it.
How long ago? Well, when was that thing on? I'm trying to.
I think around 70. How do I know? 71 or something? I don't know. I'm not good with days and times. I don't remember what I was doing yesterday. I think I was in town. I'm not sure. I was somewhere.
The reason I remember it is because I have your album here, Pat Paulsen Live at the Ice House. And on the back of that it says, watch, be sure and watch, half a comedy hour.
And it does?
Yeah, right on there.
Right. How gross. Yeah.
And it's,
okay.
I've been trying to catch it.
Oh, somebody just called from the laundry. They want me to pick up my shorts.
Oh, well, maybe we ought to let you do that.
Okay. Hey, Ken, will we see you back there? You coming to the show?
I'd sure like to. Maybe we will. You're going to be there Friday and Saturday.
Right, and do some up-to-date plays and things. Have some fun with the guitar. Show some dumb film. It'll be good.
You show film in your act?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Okay, we won't ask you anymore. We'll just invite the folks to go see you.
I hope they show up.
Pat Paulsen, I've enjoyed talking to you, and I think I might be able to figure out what we've all said if I really stop and think real hard about it.
If you edit it real good, you can make it sensible.
But this
put it all up and put it back together again.
But this conversation is live.
Live? Live? We're not live now. No. Will we live? We're live.
Sure we are.
I've had a very tough life. We'll see you there, Ken.
Okay, thanks a lot so much.
We'll puff a flagon together.
We'll see about it. Thanks a lot.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.